Okay, so I've already done my eyebrows off camera, so I'm going to jump straight to the primer. And I'm using the Glassy Primer by Soleil Touch. Okay, now that the primer is on, I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC25. And I'm going to blend that out with the Real Technique sponge. I am really loving how this primer is blending in the foundation. It's, see how my face still looks glowy even though I just packed on a mattifying as, dry as, smells like paint as foundation on my face, and it still looks very glowy and pretty. I think this is a really good combination if you have kind of like hyperpigmentation, like, or really red cheeks like I do. I have really red cheeks, that's why I like wearing a full coverage foundation, but I still want to look glowy and nice. This is a good combination. That way all your hyperpigmentation is covered up, but you still get a glowy finish. I know I'm really late for this, but I'm actually going to be trying the Elf, what is it? The Elf Hydrating Camo Concealer. Everyone's already using it, but I don't know, I was really content with the Tarte concealer, but I've been reading that it's a really good dupe for that, so we'll see. It also has that thick applicator like the Shape Tape, so we'll see how it holds up. And I'm going to be using that same technique of spreading it out and kind of letting it sit there for a little bit. It is very creamy and kind of, it feels a little bit thinner than the Shape Tape, but it's still giving me pretty good coverage. We'll see once I blend it out. It's blending out pretty good. I like how it blended out on my forehead and my chin. Let's see if I get the coverage that I want under my eyes once I blend it out. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger actually. I'm gonna add a little bit more under my eyes because I just like a little bit more coverage. I don't know how I feel. I like it.
I like it, but not a lot.
I mean, do I think it's better than the Shape Tape? I do not think so. I like the Shape Tape a lot better because I had to go in with a second layer to get the coverage that I wanted, but it was still nice. I think that if you're looking for a concealer that's pretty full coverage but doesn't feel very heavy under the eyes, this is perfect for you, because I do know that when compared to the Shape Tape does give you more coverage, but it feels very heavy under the eyes. As soon as I put it on, I really feel my under eyes like tight, you know, from how heavy it is. But this one I like can't feel it. I feel like I just am wearing foundation, and I have not felt that in a long time. Probably because before Tarte I was using the Prolong Wear Concealer by MAC, and that's another thick ass concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna put the Airspun on top of that because I'm gonna do my eyeshadows in case I have any fallout. Is it just me, or does that Airspun powder kind of have a little like grandma scent to it? Like you know, like the polvos that your grandma will buy from Avon and then just like use that as a perfume? It kind of smells like that for me. And for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just a fluffy brush to pack that on. Like I said in my other video, I don't really contour. I kind of just bronze off my face, but I used to contour. I used to wear cream contour to high school. Okay, and once you kind of start looking a little bit like a clown, you know it's time to blend it out. So I just grab a clean brush that I don't use with any product, and I kind of blend that Airspun powder up into my forehead to try to kind of undo the damage a little bit. Now I'm just gonna grab a fan brush to blend out this part. So for eyeshadows today, I'm gonna be using the Zoeva Premier palette. I got this in my Boxy Charm. So I'm gonna dip into Melodious Singer. It's just that white shade, and I'm going to run that all over my lid. This allows for your transition shade to blend a little bit better. For my transition shade, I'm going to be using Magistral Vibrato. It's just a warm brown shade. And I'm going to place that all over my crease. And I'm going to actually extend it out pretty far out. Because I want this to be very elongated. I'm going to grab a clean brush and blend that out. I'm then going to go into Greatest Era. It's just a burgundy shade, and I am going to place that on my crease slightly below the brown shade. And using the brush I used to place that transition color, I'm going to grab that to blend out this burgundy. I'm going to deepen up that color and blend it out some more. Okay, now I'm just going to grab a little bit of concealer and cut my crease. To cut my crease, I just like placing a lot of concealer on my lid and looking up, and then connecting that line with the my inner tear duct. Okay, and I bring it out here. Once it's here, I just kind of extend it. Okay, once the crease is cut, I'm gonna grab a very small brush and that burgundy shade and just kind of deepen up the crease so it's darker and it shows up more. And blend it out. Okay, so dipping into that warm transition shade, I'm just gonna start placing it where I'm gonna want my liner to be. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into Greatest Era, which was that burgundy color. I'm just gonna start placing it on my lash line and extending it out. Now using the Morphe M506 brush, I'm gonna pick up some of the warm brown color, and I'm gonna use that to blend out this burgundy shade. Okay, and once you have that liner shadow placed, I'm gonna go back in with the concealer and cut my crease again, where I'm gonna place that green shadow. And the green shade I'm going to be using is Theatrical Mise en Scene. When you're placing that on your lid, make sure that you let the concealer peep through a little bit so we can keep that kind of white line. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's like green and it has gold flecks in it. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into that burgundy shade and kind of bring it into the green and blend it in. Okay, and now I'm just going to pop on my lashes. These are the Lash Dream lashes in the style Genie. So I want to clean up the edge a little bit, and since I already have makeup on, I don't like to, and I've already set my concealer, I don't like to go in and add more concealer to clean it up. So I just place some of that translucent powder and then just wipe it away. It's not going to clean it up perfectly, but it'll clean it up enough. Okay, and under the lash line, I'm gonna add that brown shade we used in the crease and that burgundy shade. I'm gonna pinch my brush a little bit so I can get that burgundy shade closer into my lash line. And I'm just gonna add a brown mascara on my lower lash line. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Okay, I think I'm gonna pop that green shadow on the lower lash line too. Okay, so for my lips, I'm gonna be using that lip liner I got in my Boxy Charm as well. It's by Beauty Vault, and it's in the shade Cozy Kira. So I'm just gonna outline my lips. And I fill them in. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. See you guys next week.